Hello guys and welcome back to the STPL. My name is Kix. Joining me as wrap up, we saw an incredibly quick game between Dates and who was the other guy? Black Sun.
Yeah.
Which yeah, that was certainly a game.
I mean, what was so weird about that is like, so first of all, as a scouting probe, right? You know, you're a fresh new probe straight out of the Nexus, and you're venturing out across, wherever it is that we're moving. At this time, it was like plasma, and you're just like, okay, like what are the things I'm going to see out here? But the things you don't expect are double proxy hatch. And even then, even after he scouts them, the probe is like, let me get out my little probe magnifying glass here. And he like holds it really close, and he's like, that appears to be double proxy hatch.
Yep.
Now, what should I do about this now? Let's see. We got a bunch of buildings we could build. What if I built a Stargate? Huh.
I mean,
and you're like, but wait, little probe. Stargates don't hit ground units. The little probe's like, I don't know, I'm just a probe. Whoa! And away we go.
he could have built scouts. Scouts would have been good. That would have been like even memeier than a proxy 2 hatchery.
I feel like the number of times the sentence "scouts would have been good" has been uttered is now one. So I don't know about that one, my friend.
Yeah. Either way, we're ready with the overlay now. It's going to be a debut player here for Valhalla team. Not seen him before. His name is YY. I don't know what on earth we're going to actually call him, but I guess we just call him YY. That kind of makes sense. But he's going to be up against Dentarg. It's going to be a ZVP, and it's going to be here on Colosseum 2. Zerg currently up 9-1 against Protoss right now. Can Dentarg be the next Protoss in the line to bring it back for Protoss kind? I'm not so sure. But it's going to be a cool game here. Valhalla teams, YY versus aSh's Dentarg. Let's get started with game number 2 of aSh versus Valhalla team. And starting us off here in the top right-hand position, we do have the green Protoss fighting for aSh. It's going to be Dentarg.
Yo, Kix, you started the replay without me in the lobby.
Did I? Oh my god. Okay. I could have sworn I saw you in there. That's, things are falling apart, man. Everything is...
Kix, I tell you, man, if it's not one thing, it's another. STPL, what would it be without me, right?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could start every game without having to worry about me being in the lobby. Okay, but now I'm in the lobby. There we go. For sure this time. For reals.
Okay, we'll just wait for you to finish downloading the replay, then we'll get started. Obviously, huge thank you to everybody who's tuned in today. Huge thank you to everybody who supported the stream as well. Your support means absolutely everything. Without you guys, I would just be working my full-time job without anything interesting to do after work. I do eventually want to make this my kind of main focus, but it's a long way off. It's going to be very difficult. I'm going to try and work hard to make Brood War a bigger thing for everybody. And there's another tournament coming up soon, which is going to be funded by money that was donated to me by Cadenti, so I'll introduce that soon. But we're back in the game. Rapid is in the game as well. And let's get started once again with Dentarg in the top right corner.
And his opponent in the bottom right-hand corner is VTYY. Woo, man, we're really reaching deep into the end of the alphabet for that one.
Yep, you've even got the dots there as well. When I saw his name, I thought, oh, maybe it's just like a face or something, but then in game it looks different.
VT.Y.Y. Just in case you guys were wondering. So. Yeah, I don't know. This reminds me a lot of like so there's this Terran player, Korean player named Piano, and when he first started playing again in ASL Season 1, he was like, "All right, guys, I'm changing my name from piano to that other musical instrument with keys on it, organ." But it didn't. He had to really double down. He's like, "Don't just call me organ. It's organ," and then he had 5 closed brackets, so it was like they were the organ keys afterwards. And I'm just like, yeah. You're not helping yourself out here, man. He's like, I promise, guys, I'm super, super serial. But by the way, I'm drawing piano keys in my ID. Like, you should take me seriously because of that. I'm like, I don't know about that one, my man. I love how they're asking each other's races in chat. I'm like, I don't know. Feel like you can check that on the thread.
Well, I think YY actually subbed in for someone, so that might explain it.
Okay.
Just to answer legit, Matthew, basically this is a tournament called the STPL. It's, as far as I'm aware, the biggest team league outside of Korea. We've got teams from all over the world, and this is all casted from replays as well, so we don't cause any lag. And also, if I was to cast 8 best-of-5 series live, not only would the players in the final games have to wait 8 hours to get anywhere near playing their game, I would also have to cast until like probably 12 PM the next day when the games are played at 4 PM the day prior. So everything casted from replays. This is week number 5, day 1 and 2. It's a bumper cast, so we've already seen 3 series so far, and this is our 4th series of the day, our final series too. So Valhalla team versus aSh.
Young legit Matthew failed the troll test about noticing that it's the Shinhan Tank Pro League and not the Shinhan Bank Pro League. But it's okay, we all make that mistake. And in fact, as soon as Shinhan is done sponsoring the Mu Pro League, they're eventually going to turn their Sauron-like eye of South Korean banking to Kix's tournament.
Hopefully.
And then he's going to get slapped with like the biggest takedown notice he's ever had in his entire life. Because Kix is out here and he's like, no, surely nobody will copyright strike me for this, brand, because they don't even do esports anymore, until one day his heart stops as he sees that they're sponsoring Brood War tournaments again, and all of a sudden the life of the STPL hangs once again in the balance.
There's one situation. The other one is they suddenly give me millions of Korean won and support the tournament, and then they
that is the other reality. But
into England, because obviously Shinhan Bank, a massive bank in England, so.
Dude, that would be so sick. You could just have a Shinhan Bank right in England for no other reason than just to like fund Kix's tournament. It's like nobody actually uses the Shinhan Bank. They're just there to fund UK esports. Actually, yeah. UK esports is bigger than you might have expected, because only moments ago I was on a website called Team Liquid, and I was reading an inspired post by our best friend Water Serpent M. Now, Water Serpent M wrote a great guide on how to play Brood War. It includes useful techniques, mouse plus keyboard, and techniques on fortressing, which are very useful, especially if you play Terran. And I found out not moments ago that Water Serpent M lives in London, in UK, right next to Kix.
I know.
There must be something in the water there, Kix, because you guys just have the greatest ideas.
Well, I was actually talking to Apollo at BlizzCon, and I was like, there's a lot of people in esports from the UK, but none of them live in the UK anymore. And he's like, yeah, all of them moved away, including me. So it's just me in the UK now, me and Wardy. Wardy obviously holding up the StarCraft 2 scene, me holding up the Brood War scene. Both of us pretty similar, actually. I was speaking to him quite a lot, hung out with him a lot over BlizzCon, and it's pretty cool to meet someone like Wardy. I didn't realize there was actually anyone else in the UK, so it's all good.
You don't have to brag about hanging out with all of your real-life friends, Kix. We know it, you're popular.
Well, I mean, this game is certainly looking to shape up a little bit better than the last one. Obviously, we've got +1 attack coming in on the Forge. There's only actually one Zealot here, though, so maybe these links can break through with speed. This could be a little bit dangerous. The pylon underneath the Forge, I don't believe is tight. At least there's 2 cannons here, so that's a little bit of a benefit.
The 2 cannons is the best part of this. And honestly, I actually recall seeing people build 1 cannon on the high ground, just so that it's like, I mean, you're never going to lose that cannon to a run by. But then they run by on the top side, it's like, oh, well, that's a useless cannon. So I don't know exactly what to expect here. It doesn't look like he's going to super hard commit to this. I think this actually is going to be 5-hatch. Am I reading this correctly? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, inevitably, yes. So we're not going to see anything super crazy early. Just being annoying, soft containing the Protoss.
Yeah. And this is just kind of one of the moments that Dentarg is going to be feeling pretty happy about. He's going to get his Corsair up, or he's got his first one out, scouting around, seeing exactly what's going on now. Unfortunately, he's not seen the third base as of yet, but he is going to be sending his Corsair in the right direction for this. So it is actually going to see some drones transferring over there. There's the 5th hatchery coming up behind the Overlords.
Okay, alright, finally, everything is starting to make sense here, Kicks. Let's see if he can pick off the first Corsair, though. It's not like you have a big mystery here, because he's already chasing it with 2 Scourge, so he's going to try to cut them off with 2 of these advanced... Wait, I thought he was. He actually just runs right into a cannon instead of that. Well, at least he knows how many cannons there are right now, Kicks, but he doesn't know quite as much as he would have liked to. I think he did get a chance to see the gateways coming up, so he should know that, you know, it's not just going to be mass Corsairs. And there come in those Scourge to try to get that scout off. Oh my god!
How the heck did they manage to get that? That was a weird situation.
They tanked like 5 Corsair shots and still killed one. I mean, that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, the trouble is there wasn't really that much else behind this. So, one thing I'd just like to point out in chat, Jenna, obviously... I believe you were born in America, Jenna. Prove me wrong if you weren't. But Jenna obviously quite knowledgeable about UK culture, and she already got assimilated to be racist against the Welsh. So I guess it kind of fits. Like that is kind of a big thing in the UK. But Wales was definitely part of the UK and still is. Unfortunately, because of the whole Brexit thing, and they all voted Brexit. But let's not go into politics. That's a bad thing to talk about.
All I'm trying to say is, I was in the checkout line at the grocery store the other day, and apparently now Prince Harry is giving up his royal whatever it is to move to LA or something. I don't know.
Really?
I can never tell what to believe here. I don't know. I just read some, 10-cent magazine on my way, and I should trust it because that's about the only way that I find out what's happening in the UK.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't think even the people in the UK understand what's going on here, especially not our own government. Things are a little bit messy right now.
Yeah, there's a very big law.
Oh my god, another Corsair.
Oh my god, how do you lose another Corsair to a Scourge like that?
He just flew a little bit too close to danger, but there's a lot of Zealots coming down into this bottom left-hand base. Can he do any damage? Good drone drilling by YY already, and Dentarg losing a lot of Zealots, but only 1 drone and 1 Hydra, I think that was.
Man, that was actually some of the nastiest drone drilling I've seen in a while. That really glitched out those Zealots. And that move by the Zealots is supposed to be like kind of like really big and scary. It's +1 speed lots, but it's about how many you come in there with. And once again, running into the mineral line is still not a great idea. Oh my god, he actually saved all 3 of those Zealots at very low health. But here's the Corsair DT play, but he's gonna lose, I think, all of it. So, I don't know. This is not really working out very well for Dentarg.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing a really good job here coming in from YY. No Hive or anything crazy like that. He is... I think he's got double Hydra sub-rates now, so he's going to be able to put a little bit more pressure. Dentarg still with only 2 cannons. DT going down as well. Things are not looking good. The High Templar is only just now finished. Storm was on the way. Not entirely sure if that's finished just yet, but when that comes up, he can hold on. But this is going to be a lot of damage he has to wear through. This is just, or weather through even. This is a crazy storm heading towards his base.
Yeah, oh man. Okay, so that's not actually the greatest storm. It only kills off a couple of these Hydras. How many other storms does he have? I think he's got 1 more. Okay, he's at 62 energy on the second High Templar. Ooh. 67, 68. I'm waiting. He's still taking a lot of damage, but thankfully the Hydras on the high ground can't really fire very much.
Oh, unpowered cannon. Oh my god, that's a good storm there.
Yeah, still, really good storms here, but I don't think he's got any more, so he's gonna have to morph into an Archon. Obviously, Archon shields take full damage from Hydra attacks, so you really don't want those.
And this is still an unpowered cannon, so...
That's an unpowered Archon too there, Kicks. So, looks like we might be moving on up the alphabet to hit that G key a little bit. I mean, Zealots are still pretty good.
But there's like a whole... finish. Just about.
There's like 2 control groups of Hydras coming in to reinforce.
Yeah, things are not looking good for our Protoss here right now. It looks like VT are going to take a quick 2-0 lead in this series. Unless Dentarg can pull off a miracle, I mean, he's trying his best to do it, but you can see a huge number of Hydras coming in the background. GG! And YY breaks down the front and breaks through into that quick 2-0 lead.
Yeah,
For,
wow.
For Valhalla team.
I was super confused at how Dentarg managed to lose those first two Corsairs, because there's that big moment, right? He's moving out with the Corsairs and the DT, and he's trying to dive on that Overlord, but he only had like 3 Corsairs. I'm like, if he had 5 or 6, then you kill the Overlord and the DT pushes it back, and you're like, okay, well, buying time for storms to come through and the game looks a lot different. But yeah, none of that happened. So
yeah, a little bit of an unfortunate game there for Dentarg. We'll give YY his first win in the STPL as well, and that's going to take us into game number 3, which is going to be Jax versus... I saw the other name, 3S, which is going to be happening when we get back just after this. See you guys very soon.